Hi, welcome to the channel. I took the plunge in the Black Friday sales recently to buy a 3D resin printer. And being honest, it's been the best thing ever. I absolutely love it. I was worried about it being complicated, super time consuming and smelly because I'm using it in a non-ventilated area. And it isn't. 3D printing is easy. Let me tell you all the things I wish I'd known when I'd started, which makes it so easy. First, things that are obvious now, but I just didn't realise. Just use Chitubox. It's free, easy to use, and does everything you need. Don't print things directly on the bed. The first number of layers is about making things stick and shouldn't be part of your model that you want to print. Raise things up. Things should be supported. It seems obvious, but everything you get to print is supported. If you raise off the bed, then supports are needed. The Chitubox auto support feature is great and I've had no problems. Print things on a 45-degree angle. It improves the quality. And it also helps avoid problems. It does make the overall print taller and therefore slow, but it's worth it. If you fill the build plate, there's a bigger risk of print failure due to the greater suction effect. Reduce the bottom lift speed to resolve this. Everything needs superglue. It seems obvious, but I'm being spoiled by building plastic models with plastic glue. Buy high viscous superglue as it avoids spill and makes it easier to place where you want it to. And an activator spray, it's a game changer. All super cheap, and I'm not going to use superglue without it anymore. If you struggle to get builds off the plate, even when scraping and hacking at them, reduce your bottom exposure time. It makes it easy to take off, but only adjust it when you see how your prints go. Having separate wash and cure centres is ideal. You need to be able to print, wash and cure at whatever time you want. Just get in the habit of leaving things to dry properly. If you print big things, then consider hollowing out the pieces to save yourself some resin. Chitubox does this for you, just think about adding a drainage hole somewhere, as otherwise you'll have resin sloshing about inside unable to get out. Again, Chitubox does it all for you. I splashed out on a good 12K printer and the quality is fantastic. I started printing with more expensive Elegoo 8K resin, but recently I've switched to a cheaper Elegoo one, and I can't see the difference, except in my wallet. Now about the smell. Everyone talks about the bad smell and needing good ventilation. I use this space on my landing upstairs and have no windows I can open anyway. I've solved the problem though, and it seems to be use water washable resin. One of the bad smells is the IPA used to wash normal resin. With water washable ones, it's just a water bath. Then the printer has an included air filter, which is a carbon filter I believe. And I've also purchased extra mini chargeable carbon filters from Elegoo. And these are on all the time as well, especially when I open the lid. This really makes a difference and I've not noticed a bad smell. Just remember to not pour away your resin water down the sink or toilet. An option is to transfer the water to a big clear container and just leave it outside for the sun to cure whatever's in the water and then it's safe. Failures will happen, but it doesn't have to happen often. Once settled on settings, I have no problems at all. Things like having an overloaded bed, exposure time too low, lift speeds too fast can all cause failures or just random bad luck. When a print fails, you'll get cured resin stuck on the bottom of the film in the vat. Push a piece of support with a flat bottom in, run the clean process, this cures a layer across the bottom, including the attached support. You've given yourself a handle, it's easy to clean and pull out, and you've not had to scrape and risk damaging the film. Things you'll never think of beforehand. Gloves rip all the time, buy loads. Resin left on them causes them to perish. You'll get a scraper with the printer, make sure it's one that's got a flat tapered edge for really getting under the prints, or it won't be any good. Have kitchen towel always to the ready, literally my first go I spilt resin everywhere. Buy a cheap neoprene mat to work on, dead easy to clean up and it protects your surfaces. If any of your prints break, they're not actually ruined, you can actually use the resin to re-glue them, perhaps get a cheap UV torch like this one, and you can use it to just cure the bits back together. That's all my helpful tips that I wish I'd known when I first started out. I hope it helps you. See you again soon. Bye.